What's going on, everybody? B. Scott, I'm here with
GOD.
And on today's show, we got your matchup video. Week 3, we go through every single matchup. We're going to give you our game picks, spreads, all that good stuff.
The plug, the upsets, all that good shit. You already know what it is. Lock it up. First row downs.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. B. Scott, GOD here, and we're going over the matchups. We're going to go through every single matchup, look at the spreads, pick the game picks, our picks that we think are going to give you the best odds to win.
Period. And you got to lock and load it here because if you watched the video last week, you know it was absolute fire. Probably lost on, a game here or there between the two of us, but I'm guarantee your pockets is fat. So
yeah,
it is what it is. Keep tuning in. Share it.
Yeah.
All that good shit.
Absolutely. So before we get today's content, don't forget, like it.
Yeah.
Share it, thumb, bell, all that good stuff. Comment. Drop a comment if there's a question you want to ask about any given game. We'll be glad to get back to you. And then obviously we have all your sit starts, all your fantasy information throughout the season. We post them on Tuesdays, Wednesdays. That's when we're going to be dropping the sit starts. We'll have Thursday night previews, all that good stuff.
Week 3, let's get it. Let's start off, first of all, recap Thursday Night Football.
Okay.
What happened here? I thought Davis Mills was supposed to be this guy.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I had it pretty close. I was 7 points total off the point. I had it under. I had them covering the point spread, and they did it. So, Davis Mills, he had one great drive, plain and simple, of the football game.
Yeah.
That was the whole essence of the Houston Texans team. Brandon Cooks still got off. Quarterback proof, it's looking like.
Yeah.
He's always going to be productive there. Christian McCaffrey hurt the hamstring. It's looking like a multi-week injury. That sucks for the Carolina Panthers, obviously. But I still think they're still rolling pretty well. Sam Darnold's getting it done. The defense looks outstanding. They're getting after the quarterback. It's just ridiculous. Carolina's daunting defense is ridiculous.
Yeah, it really does. Carolina, they are holding everybody and doing everything they're supposed to do on defense, which, is not a surprise. We looked at them last year with Chin and Burns, and, we seen these guys coming. You know what I mean? They were a little bit young last year, so I feel like this year it's even more better. You know what I'm saying? You got Sam Darnold's looking amazing.
Yeah, not
almost
bad.
900 yards in 3 games, the most in his career.
Yeah.
It just shows you what life can be like when you leave Adam Gase.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing. Now, this Christian McCaffrey thing is big, especially for you fantasy owners out there. But this is something that we've been talking about in the offseason a lot. I don't really want to go on camera to say this, but it was just a matter of time. We knew that Christian McCaffrey may not be able to finish the season as the 101, but just giving him that, he is the 101. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But we knew this was happening.
Yeah,
we knew this was absolutely
happening. I'll tell you what, it was playing outstanding, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Turf monster got him again. There's talks about whether turf should even be in the NFL, to be honest. You see a lot of injuries happen on turf fields. So,
yeah.
I don't know. J.C. Horn. They did
that
lose him.
One too.
They did lose him. Yeah, I know.
Turf monster.
Yeah, broken foot out of nowhere. So, not good for the
He's had
defense.
multiple fractures in the foot. That's scary to me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, obviously, Carolina's defense playing great.
Yeah, Carolina's defense is playing absolutely outstanding. You know what I mean? There's a lot to build on, especially in that division. But you're looking at this Houston Texans, and you're wondering, are they a for real team? They don't look half bad.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
They really don't. The defense looks okay, and
It looks a lot better than I thought it would.
if Tyrod could come in and give like any kind of hope of a full season, maybe we can see actual wins here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which would be great. At that point, do we settle for a trade that isn't worth 6 players for Deshaun Watson that immediately helps the team and, could possibly stand up in this division? You look at the division, it's not really that tough right now.
Yeah.
With Jacksonville and, the Colts right there. You got the Texans. We expect the Texans to be who they are. Good offensive football team, terrible on defense.
Yeah.
The Texans can pull something off here if they can get rid of that trade, but who knows? Anyway, going into Sunday, what you got cooking?
I'll tell you right now, we're going to start with the Arizona Cardinals on the road against Jacksonville Jaguars. Arizona favorite -8, 51.5 over under. I don't see a way in which Jacksonville wins this football game. I'll tell you right now, Arizona's second highest blitz rate, 41%. Third most sacks. Putting the pressure, especially on a young quarterback like Trevor Lawrence, it's going to be tough. Plain and simple. It's a tall task against an Arizona defense. Kind of Jekyll and Hyde. They gave up the 30 points to Minnesota, but then they shut down Tennessee. So don't get me wrong. They're still going to be good here. I like them even at the -8. I don't know if Jacksonville can hang in this game. For me, I got a 34-24. I think Kyler's still going to get off. DeAndre Hopkins is questionable in this game. Looking like he could possibly be a game time call. I think AJ Green, Christian Kirk, Rondale Moore. I think they can get enough done. And honestly, Chase Edmonds.
Yeah, even the tight end Max Williams. I mean.
Yeah, so obviously I'm taking Arizona at the 8, and I think it's going to be over. I just think Jacksonville's going to be able to score some points in garbage time here.
Yeah, I agree with y'all on all those points. You know, here we go. It's a rookie coach, rookie quarterback, and you would think for a rookie quarterback to come in, one of the safety nets that you can have is to run the ball if you got a decent running back.
Right.
It just happens to have a top 10 running back
Yeah.
of last year, and they just don't run them.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing going into this week. Running a neutral game trip is very important. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? It allows you to eat up the clock a little bit and allows your points to stand out. You know what I mean? If you're ahead a little bit, you can keep that clock just running and
Yep.
and prevent the opposing offense from scoring more points.
Yeah, of course.
It is what it is. If they ran more, and even Arizona, if they ran more, they could probably not let Minnesota come back and all this. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But you know that's not happening in Jacksonville. A whole lot is not happening in Jacksonville. And I'm taking Arizona 7.5. Kyler Murray, MVP season. Let's get it.
Yeah, of course. So we're both on Arizona here
Yeah.
in a game in which I don't see Jacksonville having a chance.
Doing
I mean,
anything.
unless it's a
Except
shock.
selling hot dogs.
I'll tell you what, it would be a shocker to me. But anyway, we'll move on. Atlanta Falcons on the road against the New York Giants. New York Giants actually favored in this game by 3. 47.5 over under. Atlanta's ranked dead last on defense. Plain and simple. They have not looked good. Giving up the most passes, touchdowns. Daniel Jones has actually looked decent. And honestly, he's got all the weapons around him to be good. You know, so in this game, I really think it's going to be a close game. I like the Giants to win the football game. I will take Atlanta at +3 just in case, because I think Atlanta could pull this game out. I really do. And I think it's going to be decided by a field goal either way.
I think Atlanta could pull this game out. You know, you got Calvin Ridley, guys like that, first round picks, and Kyle Pitts and Hayden Hurst, and you know the whole offensive line. But you look at the Giants; they're a very talented team. No, they're not coached very effective, but being at home and what we've seen against a good defense in Washington last week, I just really think that Daniel Jones pulls away. Now, in fantasy, yeah, I would love to string Daniel Jones every weekend against a light matchup.
Yeah.
But not on an actual football team, you know what I mean? Anything can happen. The touchdown guy could be there, or the turnover guy could be there. The turf monster could catch him. That's his nemesis. So
yeah.
It is what it is. But ultimately, I just see the Giants just pulling this one out. I got the Giants 3.5.
Okay. Obviously, Saquon Barkley, this is a huge spot for him to be good. So hopefully, you can really see a closer version of Saquon Barkley of the past. Honestly, the snap share is increasing. Everything's going the right way for Saquon. So this is a great spot for him against the bottom defense. I just like Atlanta. I think they're going to be able to keep it close, period. So that's why I got Atlanta at the +3. So anyway, we'll move on. Baltimore Ravens on the road against the Detroit Lions. Baltimore favored by just 8 points. And the over-under is 50.5 here. Baltimore's just put a few guys on IR, or not IR, but the COVID list.
Yeah.
A few defensive players and things like that. You got to worry if they can slow down Detroit enough. I mean, I really think, obviously, Baltimore's going to win the football game. I mean, they're just flat out the better football team. But that defense hasn't looked great. The Detroit's offense has played pretty well, considerably well, considering the circumstances. Finally, we see a receiver, Quintus Cephas, finds the end zone against the Green Bay Packers. That helps that. Hawkinson, what he can do. They have 2 viable running backs in the backfield they can make work. Are they going to stop Lamar Jackson? No. That's the thing. Lamar Jackson is going to be able to score points. I just think Detroit might be able to hang in this game. This 8-point over-under total is kind of hard for me. Don't get me wrong. The Lions, they just keep fighting. If you know, they don't give up. And even in the game against Green Bay, they were down by more than 2 touchdowns. And guess what? Dan Campbell's got them out there fighting. So I could see this game where in a way in which Detroit could honestly get to that +8.
Yeah, and honestly, even the game before that against the Niners, they came back and almost covered that spread. So I mean, it is what it is. They're at home. They're one of these teams, like I told you, they're gonna be fucking up spreads all season. Great offensive line, decent quarterback play. As long as the weather is okay, which this one's at home, it's gonna be in a dome.
Yeah,
it's all right. Now there's a lot of veterans on that defense for the Baltimore Ravens, and they are starting off slow. If you look at a lot of these defenses, they are starting off slow right now. But if you need a score through the air, you need a score on the ground. Guess what? You got Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, of course.
We seen it last week against this Kansas City team. You can't count the man out.
No.
I mean, it is what it is. I got Baltimore it is what it is. I said it again.
Yeah.
And again and again. And I'm going to continue to do that all season because Lamar Jackson is the truth. L-Jax. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I got the Ravens winning this 8.5 probably. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I want to take that Ravens 8.5, but I'm scared like maybe I'll buy 1.5 and go 10 points for, or 9.5 for Detroit.
Yeah, I like Detroit on the plus because
I'll probably
I just
take
don't.
the plus Detroit.
They haven't blown anybody out yet.
Yeah.
Las Vegas Raiders, they lose in overtime. They edged a great win against the Kansas City Chiefs. Do I think they can win by 2 touchdowns? Yes. I'm not saying they can't, but I have a feeling the Lions are going to be able to fight enough to pull within that point spread.
That's okay.
So I'm going to be the one to take Detroit. The plus 8. I got Baltimore winning the game though, 31-24. So
That's a lot of points.
that's going to be over. Yep, I think there's going to be enough points. Detroit Lions defense is terrible, man. It's bad. So Chicago Bears on the road against Cleveland Browns. Cleveland -7.5, 44.5 over under. Fields' first start. This is the question mark here. How is this going to shake out? This is the worry. It could go one or two ways. He could be outstanding, really put up some big point totals, and they could win the football game. He could be really shaky at best. They get blown out by Cleveland altogether. We don't know. I'll tell you right now, Tyrod Taylor last week honestly looked great. 125 yards passing, a touchdown, a rushing touchdown. I think if Fields can, honestly, if they can make that offense work through Fields, allow him to run a little bit, get comfortable with what's going on, I think Fields will be just fine. So, and the Cleveland secondary hasn't been able to put it together just yet. They just haven't. Their whole defense has really struggled through the first couple weeks. I thought they would be better at this point. They're still a great defense in my opinion, but the Bears at 7.5, that's a tall task for a team that doesn't really blow out teams. I mean, they beat the Houston Texans by 10 last week when they were favored by 13. No, not really many pass catchers there. Jarvis Landry placed on IR. You got Odell Beckham in his first game matchup. How is that going to bode for that offense? You know what I mean? How many snaps is he actually going to play? I like Chicago here at the plus 7.5.
Yeah, I think this is like a real. If you ever seen any game that's a pace game, this is gonna be one. You know what I mean? Where do I start? Okay, you got the best offensive line in football with Cleveland, with Nick Chubb. That's gonna do what it do. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna eat up the clock and run and do what they do. Other side of the ball, David Montgomery. Now, there's a problem with David Montgomery. His passes is down this year because last year, they had Mitchell Trubisky and they was doing the check down or whatever. They lacked explosion on the offense. We know this, you know what I'm saying? But what he did not have to worry about last year was Tyreek Cohen being a pass catching back. Now this season, you got Damian Williams coming in here catching these passes, so, it makes him not deceivable at all. You know what I mean? Like if you see Damian Williams come on his third down, there's more than likely a pass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's hard for them to move the ball this way. I'm worried about Matt Nagy, the coach. Now you're saying Andy Dalton is the starter no matter what, even when he becomes healthy again. So I'm wondering, a guy like Fields that you took in the first round, are you maximizing the game plan to his strengths, which is his athletic ability?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are there runs designed for him? Because outside of Mooney and Allen Robinson, Cole Kmet maybe in the end zone, what do you have that's really explosive on that offense? There's nothing deceivable here. You know what I mean? There's not a burner here. I don't really see, a big scoring game. I see a real under game, a real pace game, and these running backs probably eat a little bit. I'm worried about what they're going to do with Justin Fields at all. But ultimately, I got Cleveland. I got a money line if you want to take them in the parlay or teaser, and I'll probably take Cleveland plus 8.
Okay. I'm going to take Chicago on the plus 7.5. I know it's a risky business because Justin Fields, we just haven't seen him yet in his first start. How he's going to play. I got it under 23-21. I think it's going to be a lot of running the football, plain and simple. So there's going to be this game's probably going to be going pretty fast on the pace. So
I don't think so.
Well, I'm saying on the pace is in the game, like the game clock.
Okay.
Not the pace of the game is going to be slow, but the clock is going to go fast.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, we're a little split on that. I still got Cleveland winning though, 23-21.
Same here.
Cincinnati on the road against Pittsburgh Steelers. Plus 3. Pittsburgh -3, 43 over under.
Cincinnati want that ass.
That's
what they want.
Ben Roethlisberger's questionable. He is looking like he's going to play. He's got the pectoral injury. After the loss of the Raiders, someone gave him a purple nurple. It hurt him a little too much. You got to be gentle there. So, yeah, Ben Roethlisberger, he's questionable. Deontay Johnson is going to miss this game. Can the Bengals beat the Steelers at home, though? That's my only worry. You know, the Steelers defense, T.J. Watt, another guy, questionable. If he's out, I think the Bengals have an even better chance to win. Don't get me wrong. But I still think, at the end of the day, the Steelers are going to get it done in a close one. Period. The Bengals last week, Chicago Bears, you saw Joe Burrow, 3 straight interceptions, on passes. So I don't know. I can't jump on the Bengals to win this game. I don't think Joe Mixon and Najee Harris going to be able to get it done. You know what I mean? Like, they're both probably going to struggle here. It's just a tough spot altogether. I'm taking Cincy in the +3 because I think they could edge it out, but I really got Pittsburgh winning the game by 17-16.
I'm gonna do it again. I mean, it hit last week. It's Cincy +4. It is what it is.
Yeah.
A field goal is not gonna, decide this one, or it could decide this one.
Yeah.
And I don't think they lose by that field goal. 43 is very low for any NFL game, but I just feel like they want Pittsburgh. It is what it is, and now you got Deontay Johnson out. That's the check down. Ben Roethlisberger can't throw downfield, and his pectorals tore up. Yeah. So, what does that leave? Najee Harris to run against his team? I don't trust Najee Harris at all.
Bengals been pretty good against running backs also.
Yeah,
So.
that's what I'm saying. So, you look at Joe Burrow and how good he is throwing the short ball, and now they got Jamar Chase over there. I think this is one where they can be more effective in the red zone and throwing short passes and getting the touchdowns in the red zone, other than just waiting for bigger plays in this one. You worry about Joe Hayden and all this stuff, but Pittsburgh don't look like that defense no more. They do have really good players. Don't get me wrong. They got a great pass rush, but a lot of teams have a great pass rush. You know what I'm saying? A lot of teams struggling on the secondary too. I got it Cincinnati +4.
Okay. I'm all right with that. T. Higgins is out in this game, so obviously Jamar Chase is going to have to pick it up a little bit. You're probably going to see a little more short passing like you were mentioning with Tyler Boyd. So I'm on the same boat. I got Cincy also on the plus because I think it's going to be close enough. Cincy could pull the game out. I think Pittsburgh wins it, but I'm going to take Cincy in the plus.
All right.
So on the next matchup, Indianapolis Colts on the road against Tennessee Titans. Tennessee -5.5, 48 over under. Their quarterback has 2 sprained ankles.
That's what I'm saying. The man on stilts over there. How can I take him?
Yeah, exactly. So the Colts, Carson Wentz, he actually got into practice, I think, maybe today. I don't know. Either way, he's very questionable to play in this game. I mean, if so, he's going to be like, I don't know, taped up pretty stiffly.
That's crazy.
I think Brett Hundley's going to be the starting quarterback. Supposedly he was getting the first team reps, so we'll have to see there. I can't see a path in which the Colts go on the road with a second string quarterback and beat the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, Brett Hundley, I don't understand that either. I mean, Jacob Eason, in the preseason, he looked like he had a strong cannon. You know what I mean? I would expect a little bit explosion in the secondary with him and Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman did emerge last week. I don't know about this one. I know that Tennessee's offense is up and running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I really don't see, I really do not see a way or a route completely where, even if Carson Wentz was completely fully healthy and they had T.Y. Hilton, I don't see him winning this game.
Well,
I just don't.
If the defense can really pick it back up for the Colts, I could see the Colts winning based on their defense, really. But we just haven't seen it yet through the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I got Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, and A.J. Brown in the end zone, -5.5, Tennessee.
Okay. I'm on the same boat. I got 27-20. I think it's going to be under the 48 just barely because I think Derrick Henry is going to be able to run the ball. It's not going to be super explosion against that Colts secondary, the Colts defense overall, but I don't see the Colts being able to put enough points, which sucks because...
Is Xavier Rhodes back in this one?
I don't think so. He's missed all of the first few weeks, so either way, Tennessee's going to win the football game, and I think they're going to win by a touchdown.
Blowout.
Yeah, so we can move on. We can move on to the next matchup. Los Angeles Chargers on the road against Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City -7, 54.5 over under, one of the highest of the week. I like the Chargers here +7, and the reason I say this is the Kansas City Chiefs have not been blowing anybody out. Plain and simple, their defense has been completely leaky. Period. They've given up the most yards on the ground to the running back position. The secondary, Tyrann Mathieu, he did make some plays last week, but not enough. And they couldn't stop the run, period. Now, you got the Chargers team. Their strength is not running the football. But it doesn't mean they can't run the football. Austin Eckler, has looked effective, especially coming out of the backfield as pass catcher. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, non-existent, non-factor in the offense. Plain and simple. Chiefs just like throw the ball. So I see a path in which the Chargers can keep it close in this game. I still think Chiefs get it done, but I got it honestly under. I think the secondary alone of the Chargers is pretty good. Their defense is not bad. You saw they held Dallas Cowboys just last week, 20 points. Week before that, they held Washington football team 17 points, so they're good. 55.5 over under. This is going to be a lot of points. I'm going to take the Chargers plus 7, but I think Chiefs win the game, 27-24.
Yeah, I'm looking at this in a lot of different aspects here. You know what I mean? One of the bigger things about this, like you said, they held Dallas down last week, you know what I'm saying, which was pretty good. Another thing about that is, like, the Chargers always seem to be able to keep a cap on Kansas City, you know what I mean? So, can they really be productive? Now, looking at this Joe Lombardi offense and the way Justin Herbert's been utilized so far, it's been a lot of short passes, nothing built into his strengths.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, and that means throwing down the field. So you wonder if they get ahead very early, can they come back? You know what I'm saying? It's not a thing of them, like, just keeping them down from, like, 38 points or whatever. I don't think it's going to be a blowout here.
Yeah.
But, you know, Mahomes has a tendency to extend the play as well as any quarterback in the league, probably the best.
Yeah.
And I wonder, is that the reason why Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not very effective in the passing game? Period. You know what I'm saying? Or even running the ball, because, you know, his audible and what he can do and extend his pocket, is it making him bad in pass in the pass game?
Yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying? You look at last year, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a lot of the thing was that he was getting stuffed on the line in the red zone too, and they're not even attempting this no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think a lot of this has to do with the running game. You know what I mean? Like, in the last 4 games, Kansas City has not beat the spread at all. You know what I'm saying? They're 0-4 against the spread. So is it the running game? This is what I'm saying. Like, every week there's a narrative, and I think this week is the running game. And I think that for a team to win and get involved and be more productive, it's going to start with the running game, period. I don't know if this game completely says that they lose on the face of Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really don't. But I think it'll be a little bit closer. I want to really take the Chargers plus 7.5, but I'm going Kansas City money line in this one.
Okay. I'm okay with that because I think Kansas City is going to win the football game.
They have to win.
Los Angeles Chargers, I'm going to take plus 7 because I think they're going to be able to keep it close. 27-24. It's going to be under, which is a shock. Everyone's going to be taking the over on this game probably, so
Yeah.
I'm going to take the under on it. Next game, New Orleans Saints on the road against New England Patriots. This is a game I don't really want to even, like,
I don't even
at all
stay
because
away from it.
I don't know. You know, New England -3, 42.5 over under. Saints haven't won in New England since '95. They're 0-3 in New England. Last time they beat New England Patriots, 2009. That was in New Orleans. So, I don't know. Because New Orleans Saints is a Jekyll and Hyde team, period. Who's going to show up? You know, we know Marshawn Lattimore is looking like he's practicing. He's going to be out there. That's great for that defense. On the Patriots side, they're putting up a top 5 defense right now.
Yeah.
So, and the Saints have not looked game-breaking to me. So this is going to be a weird game where it's like, it's just going to be decided at the end of the game. You know, it could come down to a field goal. Who's going to get it? And for me, I'm going to take the New England Patriots -3, maybe buy it down 2.5 at 20-17. I think it's going to be under.
Yeah, I'm taking the New Orleans Saints in this one. I don't think that, you know, Mac Jones in his young career so far has played anybody who is as deadly as these guys on defense. You look at Jameis Winston, we know it's going to be a matter of time before he starts to take those throws over the top. You know what I mean? I'm going to take the X factor in this game, and that X factor is going to be Alvin Kamara in this game.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to be able to stop him. Short, tall, long, fat, whatever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to run and do an Alvin Kamara game. He got skunked last week, and I really just don't see a spot where Sean Payton, you know, doesn't adjust to this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they got hit in the mouth early last week, and they'll bounce back from this one. I got the Saints money line plus 130.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to take the New England Patriots
That's similar.
-3. I'll buy down 2.5 because I think they're going to win by a field goal. But I'm okay with the Saints pick because, like I said, I think it's just going to be decided by a field goal either way.
Okay.
Washington football team on the road against Buffalo Bills. Buffalo -7.5, 45.5 over under. I don't know what to make of this game because I don't know. Buffalo's defense would look good. It really has. Washington football team's offense looked better than I thought it would last week.
Yeah.
Taylor Heineke came out through 46 passes. I don't think
Yeah.
that's going to happen again. Maybe not. I don't know. But I got a 30-21 in this game. I think Buffalo is going to hopefully right the ship. You got to realize they came out the gate against 3 great defenses, period.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers, week 1, all healthy. That's an elite defense. Then you got Miami Dolphins defense. Their secondary is nothing to slouch about. It really is. Now maybe they lost some pass rush, things like that, but their secondary is still elite. Xavier Howard, and they got Byron Jones. 2 elite corners. And then you got to face the Washington football team.
Yeah.
So this is no easy task. Josh Allen also has struggled in the first couple weeks. So I like Buffalo in a possible bounce back game to win handedly. I mean, I got them winning by 9, 30-21.
Ooh, that's a lot. You know what? I'm taking 7.5 for Washington. Yeah, they have played some tough defenses, but they have not played the front this good.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You got Chase Young and everybody over there. I just wonder, can Josh Allen extend? He's been really struggling against man defense. And that's what they run over there in Washington. Antonio Gibson is due for a really good game this year, and I think it starts here. Buffalo has not really been, a shutdown team versus the run. They've been catching it so far this season, but they ain't really played nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they beat the Dolphins 35-0.
Dolphins ain't a good football team.
Okay.
I think Washington football team is the football team to bet in this one. I really want to take them as an upset in this game, but I think that Buffalo will probably pull this one out, but I think it won't be by much. I'm taking Washington 7.5.
Okay. That's fine. So now we can get to the afternoon games. We got Miami on the road against Las Vegas Raiders. Tua is going to be out of this game. Jacoby Brissett's going to be starting. Las Vegas Raiders minus 4.5. They're favored. 44 is the over-under here. I like the Las Vegas Raiders in this matchup. I'm going to go ahead and take them at the 4.5. I think they win by 5. I got a 22-17. The Raiders have played great. They really have. I worry that the run game has not been there yet. Josh Jacobs, he's out. He's going to be out of this game more than likely. You got Kenny Drake. You got Peyton Barber. They haven't been able to run the ball effectively. Miami's given up a lot through the run game. So can they get that going with Kenny Drake? We'll have to wait and see. The secondary is the strength of Miami Dolphins. The Raiders wide receiving core. It's been okay. It hasn't been great yet, but they've made some plays. Don't get me wrong. Henry Ruggs on a big touchdown. They made some plays against Baltimore Ravens in overtime. Those receivers. So, and obviously Darren Waller. He's going to do what he does anyway. On the Miami side of the ball, Jacoby Brissett hasn't really started a game in 2 years.
Yeah.
So how can we trust him to come in on the road and beat a Raiders team that's just red hot at the moment? I just don't see it. So I think it's going to be close, but I think the Raiders still cover at the 4.5.
Not only are the Raiders red hot, but they beat Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not an easy thing to do.
No.
817 yards by Derek Carr, which is most in franchise history in 2 games. Mad Max in the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
These guys are a problem right now. You know what I'm saying? The Raiders are 5-0 after a win at home. You know what I'm saying? I just like this team a lot. I really think the Raiders might be for real. Yes, Xavier and Howard and all these guys over there in that secondary, but they're not guarding Waller. Waller's getting a lot of targets right now.
Yeah.
And probably one of the best tight ends, top 3 right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Gronk has emerged, so it is what it is. We don't know where Kittle's at, but, that is something to be determined.
Yeah.
I really like the Raiders here. I like them money line against the spread. It is what it is. 6-1 as a dog, Miami is in the last 7. But in that last 7, they also had Kyle Van Noy. A lot of guys in that pass rush. Last year, they were a different team. They shocked a lot of people. They were 6-1 as a dog last year. And, I think a lot of teams have adapted to them. I don't think the Miami Dolphins are these guys. I'm billing this the Kenyon Drake revenge game after 2 seasons. And, it's perfectly fitting because Josh Jacobs is obviously out. So, I like the Raiders here. It is what it is.
Okay, Miami Dolphins. This is what we were talking about before we started this. I worry that the Raiders pull one of the Raiders.
The Raiders pull the Raiders?
I'm telling you, where they play to their opponents. You know what I mean? So it's like they come off 2 great wins against 2 good football teams, and they get this favorable matchup where you're thinking like, oh man, smash spot. And all of a sudden they come out and they just look terrible. I just worry. I'm not saying by no means. Like I said, I'm taking the Raiders at minus 4.5.
it's the fall. It's Chucky season. I think Gruden and the Raiders got this.
Okay, yeah. So we're both on the Raiders for this one. I think 4.5. You're still going to be fine there. On the next matchup, New York Jets on the road against the Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos a lot. And just let's get it over.
Denver minus 10.5, 41.5 over under. I think the game goes over because I think the Jets can get to 13 points. That's what I'm really giving them. 31-13 is my score for this. Denver's going to handily beat them. The Jets are still struggling football team, getting to know a lot of their pieces. Tevin Coleman out of this matchup. Michael Carter last week, you saw, it finally looked a little decent, to be honest. Him and Ty Johnson are going to be now the 1-2 punch in this backfield. We'll have to wait and see it. Honestly, for rookie quarterbacks, best thing you could do is run the football effectively.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On both sides of the ball, Denver Broncos, they're just more talented, more effective. Teddy Bridgewater, zero interceptions, at this point.
Yeah.
I just think they're just way too much for these New York Jets and this rookie quarterback. I got the Jets losing this game by a lot.
Yeah, I'm telling you, minus 10.5 still a lot of points.
You
But,
know what I mean?
hey, Denver pulled it out against Jacksonville last week. I think they'll do the same thing here.
Yeah.
At home opener against the New York Jets football team that's just not looking good yet. So look at the next matchup: Seattle Seahawks on the road against Minnesota Vikings. Seattle minus 1.5 in this game. Pretty much pick them here. 55 over under. I got the over in this one. I think there's still gonna be a lot of points, and I gotta take Seattle to win by field goal, 30-27. Coming off a tough loss against Tennessee Titans. Really, we're up by 14 points.
I feel like it was gonna go.
It was crazy, to be honest. Up by 14 points and to lose a game like that in overtime, that's just a tough loss. But Minnesota, their defense is not there. It's non-existent. Plain and simple. Kyler lit them up. You saw the week before Joe Burrow had a very effective day. So did Joe Mixon. I mean, they're getting beat on all facets of the game right now. And really, what's saving them is Kirk Cousins. And he's got some weapons on the outside that can throw the football.
It's so many people they added on to their defense last year, and they added these rookies. Well, guess what? That defense was bad last year. You know what I'm saying? And these rookies are not playing the part.
Yeah.
That defense sucks, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota is going to lose this game, but I don't think it's going to be by that much. But the spread is only at 1.5.
Yeah, it's pretty much a
you know what I mean? It's a pick 'em. It is what it is. The key for Seattle, I think, is to reduce the penalties. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused and run the ball a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And not let these teams come back on you in the second half of football. But yeah, come on, man.
Well, you got if
it's
you're running
Seattle 1.5.
Yeah, if you're running effective play action pass, you might need to run it sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Tyler Lockett is not the world.
Yeah, I mean he has been the first 2 weeks.
Yeah,
to be honest. So in this game also Minnesota, Dalvin Cook, questionable for this game, missed all week of practice. Coach still thinks he's going to have him available. If he's not available, it is a downgrade.
Yeah,
to be honest,
that's a huge downgrade. And another thing is they're relying on this depth of target from Osborne right now. What do you think Osborne is Tyreek Hill?
No, I don't. But I'll tell you what, I was shocked right now that Kirk Cousins is able to produce 3 star wide receivers at the moment. Productive receivers.
Yeah, I'm worried about it. He's a rookie. I mean, it could be one of these blindsided things where he just blows up. But Justin Jefferson is a good wide receiver. I know his ADOT is low, but I think he will be back. And I think that's the thing about it. You know what I mean? If you take Osborne out of this game and let them throw to Justin Jefferson, what can they produce with that? You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. I'm not scared of, Thielen. Thielen's going to do what he do, regardless. He rock solid wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 every week. You know what I'm saying, in fantasy. Outside of that, if Dalvin Cook is down, I just wonder, what they're going to be able to do offensively.
Yeah, of course. I still think Kirk Cousins playing very well, very good football. There's going to be a lot of points in this game. Potential shootout. You got 2 subpar defenses and huge offenses. So, yeah, over on that one. 30-27, Seattle.
Yep.
All right, Tampa Bay on the road against the Los Angeles Rams. Tampa Bay favored in this game by minus 1.5. Pretty much a pick 'em here. 55.5 over under. I got to take the under here.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the defenses. I just don't. I guess I could see a path in which if the Rams got ahead and Brady had to shoot it back, that there was a possibility for this to be over. Because honestly, the Rams or the Tampa Bay defense hasn't looked great so far. They've given up a lot of points, a lot of big plays.
And the LA Rams defense hasn't been as elite as they have been in the last couple of seasons, especially losing Johnson and Troy Hill in that secondary. So, I think that this one, honestly, in my opinion, I think that this one could be an over game. I was leaning more towards LA Rams to win this game if, AB was out, which we're seeing AB being out, but Daryl Henderson being out and Sony Michel being the only guy. Funk, I don't know really too much about this guy. He don't look like an option. So
hopefully you don't funk it up.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if Daryl Henderson, Sony Michel, can handle 20 carries in this game. You know what I'm saying? To pace it out. So I really see a potential for a shootout here. And, just honestly, at that point, I'm taking a pick and I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Okay, that's fine.
I got to stick by my team.
I mean, Brady last season, kind of looking to revenge a loss. 216 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions against these Rams last season.
A different Brandon Staley-led defense.
I got you. Yeah, their defense is still elite. It really is.
It's not.
It is. It's pretty darn good. Tampa has looked a mess, to be honest. And they're going to be without JPP, which is huge on that edge. So, I'm so torn. I have the Rams circled here, but man, this is just flat out pick 'em.
I'm taking Tampa.
I'm going to go with the Rams. They've looked great through the first 2 weeks. I'm going to give it the Rams at home. I'm going to give them the advantage.
That'll be the tiebreaker this week.
Yeah. Okay.
We split on that one.
27-26, so they don't even cover. You got to buy the money line. They win by 1 point.
Tampa Bay, let's go.
All right, Green Bay on the road against San Francisco 49ers Sunday Night Football. San Francisco favored by 3, 50.5 over under. I like San Francisco in this game. To be honest, I just worry about the offensive line of the Green Bay Packers. That's the biggest question mark. Yes, they have playmakers at all positions, period. You see what Tonyan can do. You got Devontae Adams. You got Aaron Jones. You got Aaron Rodgers. You have all the weapons in the world.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But can the offensive line hold up? Last week, they beat a Detroit Lions team that's just flat out undermanned. Plain and simple. We see it on defense. Was not good. Actually, the Green Bay defense didn't pick it up till the fourth quarter, really, when it started raining and Jared Goff started making mistakes. But
he has small hands. He has those Burger King.
I'm telling you,
this is what it is.
He can't hold the Whopper. But yeah. So on the flip side, there's injuries you have to worry about. San Francisco 49ers.
So okay.
Hey, Trey,
sorry about that.
That's okay. Trey Sermon. It's Sermon season finally. At one point he was the worst running back in the room. Now he's the lead running back in the room.
I mean, it is the Trey area, but I don't think we're talking about Sermon.
I know. But Sermon will be leading the backfield. It's looking like Mitchell. They're saying he's doubtful for this game. We'll see. They signed a guy off the Bengals practice squad. I couldn't even tell you his name. Patrick. Yeah, they're hurt at the running back position. I think they're going to be able to manufacture some more touches for Debo. You really haven't seen him on sweeps as much this season. He's been making plays downfield. Brandon Ayuk sitting on the bench. That's why. So maybe Brandon Ayuk finds a little more time in the offense.
Maybe.
I don't know. And I really think it's a big Kittle game here.
Where's Kittle?
Yeah, it's a big game this year. This week, I'm sorry. You seen last week, obviously T.J. Hawkinson lights up the Green Bay Packers, no problem. The week before that, Troutman gets targeted 6 times. You got Jawan Johnson catching 2 touchdowns in the end zone wide open. So I think Kittle's going to have a huge day here, to be honest. I don't see this Green Bay Packers being able to stop the 49ers. Now, I don't think the 49ers are actually going to stop the Packers altogether, but I think the 49ers are going to be able to edge this win out. And for me, honestly, I'm going to take San Francisco -3 at 27-20. Aaron Rodgers has struggled against the 49ers outside of last year playing a B team as it was. So that's my take.
That's great. Sunday, I love it a lot. You know what I mean? I always bring my lunchbox on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? There's always some barbecue chicken in there. You know me, I can smell barbecue a mile away. And then on the side, I like a couple of grapes.
Okay.
Use about 3 or 4.
All right.
Those little 3 or 4 points on that spread, I'm going to take them all day, B. Scott. I got Green Bay winning this. They're going to eat that underneath game up. We've seen Aaron Jones go off for 4 touchdowns last week on the underneath, and I think they're not going to be able to stop him. You know what I'm saying? You look at Tonyan, even scored on last week. That was a sign of hope because I was wondering if his efficiency could match up in, brutal matchups. You know what I'm saying? We have not seen these 49ers be very successful against any playoff contending type of team in a long time.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, over the last couple of seasons, as the 49ers have went on the East Coast and had back-to-back on the East Coast, when they came back to San Francisco, they lost and they struggled mightily on offense.
Okay.
I'm seeing that a lot here. Josh Norman, is that the starting quarterback right now who got cooked last year? He's pretty much dead. I think Devontae Adams is going to light this up.
Put him in the grave. What happened?
Devontae Adams is going to light this game up.
Okay.
And the separation that he draws within the first 20 yards, they're not going to be able to stop this attack. Now you talk about Deebo Samuel running sweeps. I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't think that's going to happen at volume a lot ever again in his career, because obviously a guy that they had as the number one receiver last year has been non-existent because they want to put Deebo Samuel in. They don't want him to carry these kind of loads to get injured.
Yeah,
you know
of
what I'm
course.
saying? And now you got probably the number one corner in the league in Jair Alexander on Deebo Samuel in this game. I think this is the best, money line, period. 145 for Green Bay in San Francisco. This is the revenge game. You know what I mean? That Green Bay has been losing to San Francisco in the past. I don't think they got the metric on offense. I don't think that San Francisco has an identity on offense of what they want to do. All four running backs have been hurt.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who they gonna put Hasty in there? Elijah Mitchell, the Raging Cajun. Where's he at?
They're all hurt.
Trey Sermon, they took him in the third round. Where's he at? He don't play special teams. That's right.
He's gonna be starting.
So is he gonna run behind the line this week,
He's starting.
or is he gonna catch fucking punts?
No,
because I see them punting a lot in this game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Green Bay, Packers. Hey man, I like cheese in my lunchbox too. Let's
I'll
go.
tell you what, I think a lot of people are going to be on Green Bay Packers this week, so that's fine. I'm going to stick
Yeah.
with the Niners. On to the Monday night matchup. Philly on the road against Dallas. Dallas minus 3.5.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice game.
52 over under. I got to take the over here. And I'm just looking back at the last 10 years of these matchups. Dallas at home, these scores have been higher than in Philly. So I'm going to take the over here.
It's always a doghouse in Philly, man.
Yeah, exactly. So 30-24. I got Dallas Cowboys. They're going to cover the spread just fine. Philly has not won in Dallas since 2017. They didn't look great against the Niners last week
Yeah,
at all. They made a lot of mistakes.
And
Honestly,
let
a
'em go.
couple guys stepped out of bounds. Like
they were who we thought they were.
they
We let them off the.
let off the.
And that's exactly what they did. And they have to improve. They can't look like a rookie team out there.
Yeah.
These Dallas Cowboys are on a different type of revenge tour.
Yeah, they beat
You
the
know what I
Chargers.
mean?
Think about it. They beat the Chargers, and Dak Prescott had 230 yards and no touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That defense is very good. The Philadelphia defense, I give it to them. They've started out the first couple games. I don't think they've allowed 21 points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they've been good.
They've been very good.
They did lose Brandon Graham.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's going to be a huge factor in what they do on that to that offensive line for Dallas. I think Dak can cook these boys up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got the boys all day long. Whatever spread you want to take, I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys, period.
Yeah, Amari Cooper, obviously dealing with the rib injury. It's looking like he's going to try and give it a go. Luckily, they play Monday night.
Yeah.
So we'll see. He's a tough guy. He'll probably play through it, to be honest. He might be out there more as a decoy anyway.
Yeah.
You can see him, honestly.
him and Slay, it's that matchup.
Yeah, so you can see him running the ball heavily.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Tony Pollard looks outstanding.
Yeah, he does.
So play action pass here. Dalton Schultz and Blake Jarvin both looking pretty decent at the time position. I mean, they got all the weapons.
Yeah, they're capable.
Yeah.
Very capable.
So I got to take the Cowboys here, obviously
me
at
too.
home. So
Good
anyway,
Cowboys.
yeah. So that's been all the matchups. Went through every single matchup. Got all your point spreads, everything that you could be looking for in your bets. So once again, if you like the video, don't forget subscribe, share, thumb bell, all that good stuff. Drop a comment. If there's a question about any team or any matchup, drop in the comment section. We'll be glad to get back to you. So. Once again, for the first 4 downs, it's been B. Scott,
Godzilla.
and we out.
See you next week, baby.